So why do you say that the Bible was brought to you by a white man and it's a white man's religion? It is not. It is African religion. The Bible was not brought to you by the whites. The Bible is you.
Before the white man came, before the Bible was introduced, what and to whom were we praying to?
People concept about Christianity have made them to develop hatred for African religion.
Do you see Jesus Christ as an ancestor, a son of God, or God?
Jesus can call himself that if he has reached that level, but to what extent can he help you is another thing.
This is a very controversial question, and a controversial answer has been given. And viewers, I leave it to you to comment. Let me know your views. Hello, viewers. Once again, you are welcome on Advert Africa, and I am your host, Jonah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are watching us from, depending on which time and which day. And as usual, you know, on Advert Africa, we bring you authentic African content. We try to project the history, the culture, and the beliefs of the people of Africa, including the lifestyle of the people of Africa. We are here once again with Mr. Richard Okankwe, as usual, popularly known as our Lord Spiritual. And we would like him to introduce himself before we proceed with today's discussion. So, Mr. Richard, once again, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kindly introduce yourself to our viewers, those who are watching, for the purpose of those who are watching us for the first time.
I salute the supreme consciousness within you with all the divine charm of my mind and with all the love and cordiality of my heart. I'm Richard Okankwe, mostly called my Lord, from the Mystery Professional Healing Center.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Richard, for once again accepting to talk to us on Advert Africa. And viewers, if this is your first time of joining this channel or seeing this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that anytime we upload any video, you'll be the first to receive it. On Advert Africa, like I said previously, we try to project Africa to the world, the history, the culture, the lifestyle of the people of Africa. And today, the topic of discussion, or what we are looking at today, is African traditional religions and their beliefs. Back to our guest for today, Mr. Richard. I will have a few questions we want to ask when it comes to the belief of African religion. And our first question we want to ask you is that what are the main beliefs and principles of African traditional religions?
Thank you. There are times that people say religion is a coin word from people to say that it is something that somebody have planned, and then through experiences and through revelation, he's been able to coin something to help humanity grow. That is religion. But others also say that sometimes there are limitations in religion because it has brought quarrels. It has brought misunderstanding among humanity. So therefore, they think that we should take religion out, and then we say that culture, because culture is a way of life, is following the rules of nature. So therefore, I would say that we rather say the culture, the cultural aspect of, and then the tradition is like a religion, because the tradition is what people themselves have coined, and they believe that that system will help them grow and will help them unite and make them strong physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So all in all, it is experience that has made people or made Africans to see or find a way of solving the puzzles in life. So whatever way you see it, however you see it, is a way of passing the exams and solving the puzzles of this universe.
All right. Like you've heard from our guest, is a way of solving the puzzles or the questions of life. And then in that case, I would like to ask this question: are there principles of this belief? Are there anything like principles of the African traditional beliefs?
Yes, there are principles. When you go to the books, there are books, the books of the dead, which is believed to be in Egypt or being written in Egypt. There are principles in it. When you come to our tribes, we also have principles in it. I would say that I say, do not take property that rightly belongs to others. Do not think evil of others. Do not uh, 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 magnanimity of mind. Do not all the time try to serve. All the time try to be the person to, or the first person to serve, and so on. So there are rules, there are regulations of how we'll be able to connect to ourselves. And then there are regulations because we are not living here alone on this planet Earth. We are living with the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the mineral kingdom, and we have to relate to them because our food and our well-being mostly depend on them. So we will have to. The laws are created through experience to be able to harness ourselves with plants, animals, and then the mineral kingdom, so that they also serve us willingly. They serve us in peace. So out of experience come those laws, and depending on where you are, the climate, your understanding, and then even the way you think. That is what makes the laws, the rules. So they are different rules from different backgrounds. But all in all, it is to be able to live peacefully on this planet Earth with everything in it and with the spirits.
All right. So our next question, that on the same topic as we are discussing, I would like to ask that what is the significance of nature and the environment in African traditional religious belief?
Yes, African believe that whatever nature has already formed itself already. There is peace in this world already. There is love in this world already. You are not the one to create peace. You are not the one to create love. All you do is just harness yourself with it. So African believe that you have to find a way of harnessing yourself. You know, being in harmony with nature. So the Africans don't want to disturb anything. Africans just want to live freely in unity and with all in all being able to help each other. So those laws are being created, and the spirits also, when you are able to harness yourself with nature, you are in harmony with nature, the spirits also come nearer to you and they support you and they give you intuition, they give you knowledge, they give you wisdom to be able to rule well. So that is what comes the laws. So whatever is revealed to somebody, he writes it down. Whatever revealed to somebody, write it down, and then it becomes, if the person is influential in the society, then sometimes it becomes a tradition or it becomes a religion.
Wow, we are learning. In that case, you made mention of the nature being at peace with everybody, and as you are at peace with nature, the spirits and other ancestors and all that stuff come close to you to reveal things to you. So, in this, that brings me to a very important question. Again, I would like to ask, which is, what is the role of an ancestral worship in African traditional belief?
You see, these ancestors are human beings that are physically not alive, but they are spiritually vibrant. And no father, no mother will love you than your mother or than your father. Therefore, we believe that when we involve them in whatever endeavor, they'll be able to help us because they have had the first-hand experience in this planet Earth. And there's one thing: when you don't call them, they don't come until you call them, until you involve them, because they don't want to take responsibility for your failure or for your success. That is why you have the free will to do whatever. That is why there is heaven and there is hell, because wherever you go, it is your own responsibility that have taken you there. So therefore, it is we that involve them, into our worship, for them to help us into our midst, for them to help us. But they don't have any role to play, except that there are times that some are born again into this planet Earth, or reincarnate into this planet Earth, to help us grow. So that is how it is.
Oh, all right, viewers. So when you want to involve your ancestor, they will not just come, or your ancestors will not just come and help you or come and support you in any other thing you do, unless you invite that ancestor or that person. We would like to continue also to ask that, in most cases and in most places, when you go, you realize that most especially you go to this our traditional priest and the rest. There are most issues that they will tell you that we need to do certain ritual, we need to do certain sacrifices, we need to do this, we need to do that. Now, we want to find out what is actually the role of these rituals and ceremonies in the African traditional belief.
Yeah, thank you. It is those rituals, those sadakas, offerings, and so on. It is to channel you. You see that when you have a radio and you want a particular station, you tune to certain frequency. So the items and the sacrifices and the animal sacrifices, whatever fire sacrifices that we will do it to really tune to certain frequency, to really invite certain energies to help us achieve our goal. So it is a way of tuning to certain frequency, the frequency of our like, maybe for health, for wealth, tranquility, for love, for harmony. So it is a way of tuning. There's one thing that you can plant corn and reap cassava, and you cannot say that you didn't plant and you want to reap. So whatever, you must give before you receive.
You must give before you receive. But now, in that line, or in that regard, I'd like to ask this question. I believe my viewers would also want to know about this very question I'm going to ask you. Now, we want to find out from you. You see, what is the significance of blood when it comes to ancestral worship? In terms of, we spoke about the sacrifices and then the ritual, but what is the significance of blood when it comes to ancestral worship?
You see, blood. There is something in blood called mumia, and the mumia is an energy which boosts or elevates spirits. So when you sacrifice the blood of something in atonement for whatever, for your sins, is okay, because you are humans. So if you are able to sacrifice an animal in atonement for your sin, and the lesser ones, is okay. That is how it is. The big fish always swallows the small fish. So that is life, and life feed on life. So it is the mumia in the blood which boosts or which energize the spirits to work. You see that blood is alkaline, and there's only two things that when you put are naturally alkaline. It is the blood and then the seawater. When you put a pH meter, they are naturally alkaline. But any other thing, you will have to add something, or you have to dilute it with something before it becomes alkaline. But blood and seawater, immediately you put a pH meter, it rises above 7. So it tells you that blood and sea water, it is very significant in our life, that when you are nearer to even the sea, you can go and then perform whatever. Even sitting by the sea alone cleanses your aura and boosts you. You will observe that mostly those who are nearer to the sea, they scarcely get sick. They scarcely get diseases. They scarcely get eye problems. So when you are at the southern side, that is your advantage to also near the sea and be able to say your prayer there, and then nature will answer you, because that vibration, the vibration nearer to the sea, is a vibration that boosts whatever you sense to it. You want result, you want success, you want progress, you want health, you want result. So you have to tune yourself to that frequency.
You have to tune yourself to that frequency, and I believe that viewers, uh, there's been something so much interesting that he has revealed to you as a key. By you going to the seaside, even just sitting just there alone, focusing, you will be able to, I believe you said you'll be able to channel a few things, right?
Yeah, that is it. That is it.
All right. Now, I would want to ask you another question. Looking at our those days, normally we the generation today, we see the traditional belief or the traditional religion as the things of old, or the things of the past. Now, in your own opinion, do you see future in this current, comparing it in this our modern world? Do you see any future for the practice of African traditional belief?
Yes, I see the future for it. You will see that 1 plus 1 is 2. Since generation, it has not changed. So if you can change 1 plus 1 to be 5 or to be 10, then you can change your belief. You can change your way of life. But if not, then you have to come back. And people are now beginning to realize that the routes that they are following is not producing, is not being productive. Therefore, they need to go further. They need to understand the world. They need to talk to the spirits. They are following certain religious religion, and it is not being fruitful to them. So the people are doing their research, and then gradually it is now rising up than before. 20 years ago, it wasn't like this, but now people are realizing themselves, and they are coming back to their mothers, their fathers, their grandfathers, because they are the people that will help you. Because somebody from other country, a grandmother from other country, if he doesn't know you, so even when you are calling him or her, he can't help you or she can't help you. But your own people knows you, and they know that you belong to them, you are their blood. They will be able to help you than any other thing. So you should bear in mind that no mother loves you than your own mother, even if she is a witch. No father loves you than your own father. Even if he is wicked, he will not kill you. So those are the things that when you put in your mind, you'll be able to channel home. You'll be able to get into yourself, because they say meditation. Our ancestors do meditation. They are telling you that you don't do meditation. Meditation is only listening to God. Our ancestors do meditation. Our ancestors pray. They have a way of communicating. And our ancestors, when they want, you want to walk in fire. Someone can just take some grain of paradise, 7, spit onto it, give you swallow, and you can walk on fire. Within 2 minutes, you can walk on fire. But in other religion, you have to sit down for meditation for hours. Hours, do certain techniques, tricks for months, for years, even without acquiring it. Therefore, it tells you that you have the thing, but they are telling you that your fast track is not good. So don't believe those things. Go for it. That is yours.
In that case, let me ask you a question. So, when you were talking, you made mention that now, I mean, you see a future for the African traditional belief, as in people coming back to their roots. I want to find out, do you think that mixing, we see Christianity as another belief on its own. So do you feel that mixing Christianity and then the African traditional way of life or belief, is it good for an individual, or what is your opinion on that?
You see, people concept about Christianity have made them to develop hatred for African religion. And today I'm going to clarify this. The Bible was not brought to you by the whites. The Bible is you.
Wait a second.
Bible is Africa.
No, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Viewers, did you hear this, or am I the only person listening? Come again with what you just said. I would really want my viewers to really hear what you really said. What did you say again?
I am saying that the white man did not bring the Bible to you. The Bible is you. The Bible is Africa. What the white man did was just to utter it. But the Bible is not a white man's book. Where the Bible was originated, where the Bible started, is Africa. With Africans, you started the Bible with your with your beliefs. Looking at Genesis, it is Africa. It is Africa. It is Africa till the Revelation. It is Africa. So it is a lost book that you have found. So just go into the lost book and then do some corrections. See where the people who brought it to you, where they put whatever they have to put and whatever they've done with it. Then you correct those mistakes and use your own. It is Africa. There is no white thing in the Bible. All is Africa. So why do you say that the Bible was brought to you by a white man and it's a white man's religion? It is not. It is African religion. That is the Bible.
This one is a very controversial statement you are making right now, because growing up, we all, my viewers and I, all agree. In fact, viewers, you all agree with me that the Bible, we were told that the Bible came from the white man who came as they came as missionaries, and they came to even introduce us to the Christian worship or Christianity. So if you are telling me that the Bible, from the Genesis of the Bible to Revelation of the Bible, is Africa, of course, I don't think my viewers, any of them, have seen Africa inside the Bible.
You will see that when the people brought it, they showed you a way of worship. But as time goes on, your soul knows. So your soul begins to teach you. That is where certain aspect of the Bible was sprout out. People started forming their own church, or the Orthodox, until it became charismatic and so on. So it is telling you, your soul is telling you that there is something wrong inside the book you are using. But it is your book. So correct it. Don't throw it away. Why do you throw it? See, that is the first mistake. The mistake people make. The mistake people make is that immediately you begin to say that the Bible is a foreign book. Then you develop hatred for yourself and for others. The Bible is an African book. It has been altered. Just try to correct it. And our soul is teaching us. Our soul is enlightening us. That is why people look at the Bible and then they find certain secrets and then they move up. By the next 50 years, you will see that we will come to understand the Bible well and embrace it. So don't think that the Bible is a foreign book. There is no any white man in the Bible. The Bible is full of black men.
The Bible is indeed full of black men, and and when women. Viewers, we are still learning on this channel. The channel name is Advert Africa. And please, and please, and please, and please, in order for us to grow, we will need your help, your support by subscribing to this channel. My last but not the least question to our host today. You made very, very interesting points there. Now, I want to ask you, so before the white man came, before the Bible was introduced, what and to whom were we praying to?
We were praying to the Supreme Being. We know that there is an energy, an overall energy that creates this universe. Therefore, we pay homage to that Supreme Being. And then we pay homage to our ancestors, those who have lived on this planet Earth and we are able to come out of those people. We also pay homage to them. So we believe that there is a supreme being. We believe that they are beings of light. They are masters or the ancestors. They are energies that are around serving God. And when you are able to notice them and you are able to praise them, they help you. Even you see that people have appellation. When you call them, you see that they become happy, and whatever you need from them, they give it to you. You see, so it is good that we learn how to communicate with the spirits so that at least we'll be able to live peacefully on this planet with them. We don't feel superior over them. Just see that you are all one and you are living and you interdepend on each other, because the spirit has to serve God, so that at the end it will also account for whatever he has done. And so when you don't give it the chance to serve you, it becomes bored, because it must serve at the end of the day. But mostly we really don't know how to connect to them. And they also don't want to be part of our predicament by trying to help you by force, so that when you go to hell or you go to wherever, then you will say that it is this spirit that has gave me the money for me to fool, and now see where I am. So until you help them, until you become one with them, until you realize that there are beings around you that can help you, they are silent and they are watching.
So, in a nutshell, you're trying to tell us that before the Bible was introduced to mix the African traditional way of living, the traditional belief, we were worshiping God in our own way, in our own uh, direction, right?
That is it.
Okay, now in my last question I want to ask you is that, do you think that Christianity has really have a negative impact on African traditional belief?
Oh, Christianity has not had anything. You see that when you look at the soul level that we are operating from, you see that the superconscious send messages to the subconscious, subconscious send messages to the conscious mind. So there are times that when you see something and the thing is yours, you feel that yes, this thing is mine. And when we saw the Bible, we saw some truth in it. The people who saw the Bible, they saw some truth in it, and then they embrace it. That this is their a real lost book which tells about the past ancestors. So they will have to embrace it. But the way they started to introduce, because the person who brought it to you has his own way of worship, or summoning his beings or angels. So he brought the way that he himself does his things, because the way that the southern people call God, sometimes the same God, but it's different ways, different ways of calling. So the white man added his own religion or his own way of worshiping God to it. And later, we begin to know that no, this that the people added to it, it is not so. Because when you ask questions from what is being written there, then they can't get answers for you. So it means that they brought you your book, but they added something to it, and that thing is what you should take and embrace your book and do corrections.
All right. Since we are learning on this channel, initially, viewers, forgive me, I said my last question, but I have another one, another question to ask you, and that is, in your opinion, do you see Jesus Christ as an ancestor, a son of God, or God in him himself? In your own opinion.
Oh, you can call yourself whatever title. You have your own way of calling whatever title. Because let me tell you, there are times that if I do certain rituals, I go to visit people, and then whatever their conditions, I do. I'm able to heal them. I'm able to straighten them. I'm able to enlighten them, and it comes in the form of a dream. And when they get up to, they see that yes, something has happened to them. I don't inform them, but when I'm in the spirit, I can come to you, and it will come to you like a dream. You see, so when I grow in it, and then I have that power to connect to God, then if I take that veil, there's a veil that you can take. When you take that veil, then you are God incarnate. You have reached the sixth stop that you can call yourself God incarnate. So Jesus can call himself that if he has reached that level. But to what extent can he help you is another thing.
This is a very controversial question, and a controversial answer has been given. And viewers, I leave it to you to comment. Let me know your views. Let me know what you think about what he has said. And so soon, this very topic and this very interview is coming to an end. But before we go, my Lord Spiritual, you made mention that sometimes you can even go to people, you can even heal them in their dreams, making it or making us know that you personally too you are spiritually inclined. So and also an African believer, or in the things of African belief and religion. So when somebody is to have any kind of problem, being it marital sickness and whatever, he comes. Since you said people are now coming back again and realizing their root as consulting their ancestors for the way and the direction, what help can you give to somebody who is really going through hard times, who is really going through a lot? In fact, do you have any help at all for humanity in terms of what you do?
Yes, I have help for all humanity. The first is this education that I am giving, because this is very important, that you will have to also feed the mind. As you feed your body, you must also feed your mind. And it is good that you listen to these things to feed your mind. It is good that you also neutralize your mind, so that you accept it in a way, and then uh, 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 try to drain it, sieve it, take the good ones and leave the bad ones. So me personally, when you come or you call me, I'll be able to check you, because we all have why we came into this very planet Earth. We have mission. So I will check your missions. If you've derailed, then we bring you back on track. If there are some sicknesses, then we try to correct it. It is not all sicknesses that is physical. That is what comes from what you eat. Some from your way of thinking, some from your movement, some from environment that you live, some from the food that you're supposed not to eat, and so on. So when you come to me, I'm able to check all these things, and then I try to find possible solution to all sicknesses. Whether you want this somebody to love me, they love me alone, love me by force, love attraction, commanding, protection, whatever, when you come, I'm able to do it spiritually. And moreover, to physically, to cure almost all physical ailments, be it madness, diabetes, stroke, hepatitis, whatever the sickness, when you come, I have a way of curing it. Because in Africa, the way Africans cure their sickness is also another way. Because we believe that there's only one disease. There's only one disease. You see, the disease is caused by mucus. That is why mostly we say that one medicine cures so many diseases. Maybe we will come to that also and discuss that as well, for you to understand that you are not lost. Because when somebody wants to also sell his product, he tries to trample on others before he can make his way through. So you also must be alert so that nobody robot you.
Wow. Um, you made mention of I think I heard something like "Love Me by Force." Does it include the slay queens? Because it means that you need to love me by force. So are they allowed to come to your abode?
Yes, that is it. Whatever. Everybody is welcomed. Everybody is welcome.
Uh, you heard the man himself. Everybody is welcome. So in this case, since everybody is welcome, how would they locate you? And if they want to call you, how would they be able to call you?
Yeah, my abode is located at Nungwa, adjacent the Shell filling station, and in the same building with Opinion Radio. And my mobile number is +233 243 150078, +233 243 150078.
Thank you so much, my Lord Spiritual, for today giving us the audience to come to your abode, and then for you to teach us, to learn from you. And also, I believe my viewers who have watched us today have really learned something. If you have any comment, if you have any questions, can leave it under the section. These questions and these comments will also help us to come back to his abode to ask him questions based on your questions that you share with us. My Lord Spiritual, lastly, before you go, what do you have to tell our viewers?
Yes, they say find yourself and be yourself, because you only have this body once. Therefore, don't let somebody enslave you. Live your life to the fullest. Live your life in harmony with this world, disease-free life, and be happy and be merry. So look for people who have similar qualities, and then go to them for, or be associate yourself with people who have similar qualities, and live this world peacefully.
Thank you so much, my Lord Spiritual. And viewers, before you go, please don't just watch and leave. Kindly subscribe to the channel and support us to grow. Till we come your way again with another discussion. Bye bye.